Express yourself. I'm Bryant Gumbel. Express yourself.
Good evening, and welcome to Real Sports.
Express yourself.
I got into it when I was so very young that it simply was an opportunity. I became a writer and then found my way into television and started doing sports. And when the opportunity to host the Today program came along, I jumped at it. January 4th, 1982. I'm Bryant Gumbel. I remember when I was offered the job, and I had thought about it a long time, and I spoke with a good friend of mine, Joe Garagiola. And he said, Bryant, it will expose you to people, places, and ideas that you can't possibly imagine. And he was right. There's very few countries I've never been in. There's very few kinds of human events, good and bad, that I've not been a part of. It's everything from wars to celebrations of all sorts.
This is Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel.
Real Sports is a dream job because what it allows you to do is operate in the world of sports, which I've always enjoyed, in a way that is beyond, oh, he hit a curveball, you know, oh, he runs a 4.40, which doesn't interest me in the least. What does interest me is the extent to which the real world is a part of the sports world, and how whatever problems exist in the real world do exist in the sports world. Torn by violence and savaged by sectarian passions, Iraq is today an extremely dangerous place for any and everyone, including those involved in sports. The sports world is complete with its amount of racists and cheaters and sexists. What do you know about doping in the cycling world? He is facing minimum 10 years in prison. Is that justice? And to have the opportunity to explore those problems and those issues and the extent to which they impact the sports world is not just rare in the world of television. I think it's unique. I was fortunate in that I knew Arthur for 25 years. Arthur represented a guy who was interested in using his fame and his talent as a platform to go beyond himself and to try to impact his world in a positive fashion.
What do you think of playing to segregated audiences?
Well, the audiences here are not segregated.
In the main stand they are. In the center court.
Well, if I find that they are, I won't be playing.
Arthur would go to South Africa and say, yeah, you know, you're inviting me, I'll put on a show, but only if you drop your color restrictions. And people who wanted him would have no choice but to acquiesce. I think that's the way things get done in society.
Men are my friends.